We outside. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the YouTube streets. I see that some people are live right now, but I just wanted to do this one real quick. I just wanted to do this video real quick. Because I know I went live earlier this morning. So I'm on the move right now, you guys. I am on the move. Shout out to my YouTube creators that went live. I guess we all live right now. Those that are here, shout out to you. Those that are not, you can always catch the replay. And what I want to say in this video is that the power of an apology goes a long way. The power of a sincere apology goes a long way. Not to say the words "I'm sorry" so much, like if someone comes to you and they step on your toe and they say, "Oh, I'm sorry," or "Excuse me." In a Spanish-speaking country, if you do something wrong or you made a mistake, and that was something I did the other day. I was on the job, and I don't think I was doing the thing right, putting the insulation in right. So when the man came back, and he was like, "Oh, no, mommy, that's not the way to do it." And I said, "Oh, lo siento, no es culpa es mío." Lo siento, no es culpa es mío means I am sorry. It's not my fault. Or basically could mean I'm sorry, I'm not to blame. You know, it could mean a lot of things. It could mean that you misunderstood the instructions. It could mean anything. Just like stepping on someone's toe and you didn't mean to do it. There's nothing wrong with saying a quick, "Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. I didn't see you there. Oh, excuse me." You know, in Spanish, sometimes when something like that happens, you say "pardon" or "disculpa me." See, "disculpa me" and "lo siento" is two different things. But let's talk about the English language, because everyone that is subscribed to me speaks English. So we're going to put it in English terms. When someone hurts you or you feel slighted by a person for whatever reason, they might have not even have meant to slight you. They might not even have meant it. You know what I mean? Just like last week when sis asked me to hit the link. I had hit the link. And I came up. We started talking and all this other stuff. We cursed. We yelled. We talked. And then he said the magic words. "I apologize. I'm sorry. I didn't know you was going to take it like that." You know what I mean? He was saying it one way, I was seeing it a different way. And after he said those words, after he apologized to me, I felt much better. I didn't feel as angry anymore. Shout out to the chat. Same thing. What happened between me and Lonnie a couple of years ago. Lonnie acknowledged what she did that was wrong. What she did wrong to me. And what did she do? She apologized. I accepted the apology. And then when we moved on, you know what I mean? People are going to be people. People are going to be human. No one is perfect. No one is exempt from making mistakes. Not at all. I'm at this red light. I should have crossed this street a long time ago. But you see this building in front of me, you guys? I don't know if anyone can see it, but if you see this building in front of me, this is a legal aid office right here. Let me hurry up and cross this street. Yeah, the words "I apologize" is very powerful. The words "I'm sorry, I didn't mean it, I misspoke, I was just doing that to get attention," or whatever the case may be. And it's happening on this platform. It's happening on this platform right now between Farmer Nancy and KB. Because KB took something the wrong way. Instead of him saying, when he discovered his mistake, instead of him apologizing, he doubled down. That's when it gets tricky. That's when it gets fucking tricky. That means that you meant to do it. You meant to fuck with her. You know what I mean? And I hope she don't never let up. Hope she stays on his fucking neck. Shout out to the chat. And that's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. That's my feeling on it. You know what I mean? Word. So the words "I'm sorry" or "I apologize" is very powerful. It's very powerful. You know what I mean? Word. So I'm walking this way right now. So we outside, you guys. I'm not going to be up here very long. We outside. I think I got some stuff stuck in my shoe. Hold on, you guys. A little rock stuck in my shoe. Skip to my loo, stuck in my shoe. Just took my shoe off. I hope I don't have to take it off again. Hold on. I knew I should have worn my other shoes, you guys. I knew I should have worn my other shoes. Yeah. So, and some people say, well, if you apologize, that shows that you weak. You don't know what's going on. Nah, sometimes apology can stop a whole lot of bullshit from happening. An apology can stop people from ripping your head off and killing you. You know what I mean? Word. Because there's actually some people in this world right now that ain't here no more. Why? Because they offended someone. And when that someone gave them an opportunity to apologize, they didn't do it. They didn't do it. Or they doubled down. Shout out to the chat. Yeah. Man. All these trucks and stuff moving in this area. There's always a lot of traffic at a certain time in the morning. That's why I meant to have went live early like the way I did, but I should have been on my way walking somewhere. Word. What's up, Just Jay? What's going on with you? What's happening with you? Yeah, we outside right now. I'm outside right now. I went live earlier. I guess you missed the live. You can always catch the replay. You can always catch the replay. Shout out to you. That live that I did earlier, I think that was a good one. I think that was a good one. Because I was able to get my part out and reveal some truths that needed to come out. You know, people coming around telling their story and they don't tell the whole goddamn story. You know what I mean? Shout out to the chat. no, you didn't. Oh, you could have typed into the chat. It's just that um, you could have typed in. You talking about liking the video? Yeah, that's when you have to double tap the screen. Yeah, you double tap the screen. But you in the chat now, so it's not no problem or no issue or nothing like that. I appreciate you coming over. Because I know you be one busy lady. You be driving them trucks and doing your job. So you probably was driving or something. You probably wasn't home. You know, it's okay. You know, it is what it is. Shout out to you. I still got something in my shoe, you guys. Black P Stone. Yo, what's up, man? Shout out to you. Yo, I love that name, Black P Stone. You know, I was like, Black P Stone, because I know there's a street organization under the People Nation called the Black P Stones. And them are some rough motherfuckers. They moved from Chicago, went to California, then they hit Mississippi a few years back. So they got the Black P Stones, they got the Four Corner Hustlers, they got the conservative vice lords, the almighty vice lords, the ignorant, insane vice lords, the insane vice lords. So you know what I mean? That reminds me of the People Nation. Your name, when you type it in, that reminds me of when I was in Job Corps. I was young then. I was in my 20s. Oh shit, you okay? So you know what I'm talking about. You know the lingo. All right, peace, word. That's what's up. Hold on, you guys. I gotta put back on my shoe. I don't know if y'all saw my dusty foot. Oh, but shout out to you, Black P Stone. Yeah. One of my favorite people. Because we be everywhere. You be in my chat, you be in Moonlight chat, and we be in certain chats together. Shout out to you. You always support this channel. You, Just Jay, Mika, Empress Lonnie One Love, Soulfly, Moonlight, Vince the Sniper. It's a lot of y'all that support this channel. I mean, truly support it. You know what I mean? Word. Yeah, Black P Stone. Something got caught in my shoe. I knew I should have worn my other sneakers, but I said, no, it's okay. It'll be okay. I knew I should have thrown these things away a long time ago. But you know how you have something and you don't want to get rid of it? You know it's time. It's time. I got some other shoes in the house I could be wearing, but I didn't want to wear them. I remember one time somebody stole my shoes out of the dispatch hall where I work at. They stole my shoes. The shoes didn't turn up for like a couple of days. You know, word. And I had to walk around with the flip-flops on. I had to wear the black socks with the flip-flops. Shout out to the chat, because I couldn't find the other shoes that Birdman had bought for me. Like, I think it was last year. I want to say last year. It was around tax season. Not this year past, but the year before that. Shout out to the chat. Mika went to high school. Whoa! Shout out to the chat. Mika, that's my homegirl right there. Every time I see Mika in my chat, I be laughing because I remember that time we was walking to the job, right? And Mika was in the chat and we saw a coyote and I started really rushing. I was like, come on, Mika, come on, just check. Everybody was in the chat. Yo, Mika was out. Mika had typed in the puff smoke. Mika is some sis. I love me some Mika. Shout out to Mika. Shout out to my homegirl Mika. Meeka. Mika. Yeah, Just Jay. Yeah, Mika and you have been with me on some trips. I don't think you was in the chat that morning, Just Jay, but Mika was with me. It was Mika, Uncle L, Tamika, and Slim Set. And we saw that coyote. Next thing you know, this chubby girl was moving fast. I was talking to them like they was right next to me walking. I was like, shit, we got to get the hell out of here, you guys. And everybody got ghosts right along with me. Yeah, Mika been in my chat a few times. There was one time she was in the chat, I almost slipped in some mud. So, yeah, shout out to the chat. I want to thank y'all for coming in. But I'm going to say that once again about the power of the words, I apologize, of the power of saying I'm sorry and really meaning it. You know, because we got a lot of people on this app that they'll apologize, but they don't really mean it. But then you can tell when somebody really mean it, because then they don't do it again. You could tell when somebody really repent of mistreating you or, you know, insulting you or whatever the case may be. And when you confront them about it, when you finally confront that person, I mean, we used to do confrontations when I was in prison a lot. We used to do confrontations when I was in prison a lot. Some people didn't make it off the dance floor. They still living. Don't get me wrong, they living. They lived. But they were never the same again. Their face was never the same. The way they spoke to people was never the same again. Yeah, there's a lot can happen, a lot can go down if you don't do the confrontation correctly. See, there's some people on this app that may have done something to me and not even meaning to. They didn't even know they were slighting me or anything like that. But when the confrontation comes, okay, here's the confrontation. You're on the link, you're on the panel, you're on the stage, you're on the dance floor. So you got to get your part out and you got to say what you got to say. And that's it. You know, you can't worry about what other people going to be thinking. Oh, you know, X, Y, and Z. I don't even worry about that. If somebody do me wrong and I confront them, I have the opportunity to confront them and to talk to them about it. And if they apologize and they're sincere about it, I'm good with that. I'm cool with that. I can live with that. You know what I mean? So shout out to the chat. We talking about the power of apology. How to apologize the correct way. And when you apologize, in my eyes, when someone apologizes to me, that's saying that I repent of the wrong I did to you, or I repent of slighting you, or I repent of embarrassing you or making you feel embarrassed. You know what I mean? And then they don't do it again. Shout out to the chat. Yeah, Black Peace Storm. You know, that's the way I look at life. Whatever be happening on this app, I'm the same way in life. Nothing is different. Nothing changes. My style of dress doesn't change. My belief system doesn't change. The way I cut my hair doesn't change. The clippers might change. The clippers I got now, yeah, they're getting ready to change into a brand new version of the clippers I already have. And I get the same type every fucking year. Every fucking year. I take care of the clippers, trust me. I clean them. I disassemble them. I put them back. I oil them. I do everything to keep the blades sharp. But when the blades are dull, what do? I go to the store and I buy me a new set of clippers. Or if I don't buy a set of clippers, I buy me a packet of shaving razors. And I shave my hair. I will shave it bald. Shout out to the chat. Let it grow back and then fix the hairline and then go get me a new pair of clippers. If I want to grow my hair out, it'll grow as long into a 360 crown. Because I'm not going to grow my hair long where I'm going to have to, braid it up or cornrow it, which I have done. I have done these things in the past. And, I learned how to do that when I was in the penitentiary. I learned how to braid my own hair, put box braids, regular braids. I learned how to cornrow my own hair by watching other women and then doing it myself. Practice until I got it perfect. Yeah, I used to have long hair. And when I was in prison, I cut it short. And then when I came onto the streets, I let it grow out a little bit. And then after a year or two of letting it grow, I just cut it all off again. I'm like, why the fuck am I going to have something that I'm not going to be able to maintain every day? You know what I mean? You can't brush it every day. You can't comb it every day unless you got it in a ponytail. Shout out to the chat. Oh, it's easy. I learned from trial and error. And what I do, I start from the middle part. The middle part of, like, okay, let's say I'm doing the front, right? Okay, hold on. I don't know what this car can really do. Hold on. Let me show you something. Okay, I'm going to turn around the camera, right? Okay. You see this? So before I do the hairline, I start from here. Then I work my way. That's what I do. Yeah. So shout out to the chat. Yeah, I cut my own hair. I don't go to a barber. I used to go to a barber when I was in New York. I was paying like $8 a haircut. And I didn't go to the FBA barbershops. I didn't go to the Dominicans. I didn't go to the Puerto Ricans. I went to the Jamaicans because the Jamaicans know how to cut your hair real good. I didn't go to no other people, just the Jamaicans. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to New York. Shout out to being a New Yorker. Oh, for real, Just Jay? Yeah, man. When I was in prison, I had to learn how to do certain things on my own. You know what I mean? I was no longer outside in the so-called free world. And I had to, come up with creative ways on how to take care of myself and everything, because the girlfriends were going to be there regardless. You know what I mean? And I didn't really have too much to worry about. They celebrated my birthday. Uh, that's when I started learning about Spanish and Swahili, how important it was to learn a different language. Because during my time when I was in prison, I used to hang with a lot of sisters that were they were from New York, and a lot of the sisters were 5%ers. They were Earths. Yeah, they're part of the God's and Earth's nation. They were the 5%ers. They were the poor righteous teachers. So those are the women I mostly hung around with, and they spoke like in code. And I was like, yo, that is so cool. That's so neat. You know what I mean? They started teaching me. Then I said, how can I do this with different languages? You know what I mean? And that's when I just started experimenting. I started mixing the Spanish with the Swahili and the English. And shout out to the chat. Yeah. You see this neighborhood right here? We're in this neighborhood where, because I got a case manager, right? So I'm under a mental health program down here. Everywhere I go, I'm under mental health. Everywhere I go. And she wants me to move to this neighborhood. And I just don't see me moving here. There's nothing for me over here. There's not even a store near here. In order to get to the store, I would have to walk further up from here. You see the street right here? I would have to walk further up. It's a lot of twists and turns. So there's no stores near here. So now what if I had to go to the store and get me some personal items? That means I would have to go in the opposite direction. I would have to go this way in order to get there, or I have to get on the bus in order to get there. Shout out to the chat. Yeah, you guys. Yep. I'm going to show you something. See, we're on the street right here, right? You see all these and these are apartments. These are apartments. And you know what? I don't mean no harm, but the people that move in here, they don't usually stay more than a year. They don't usually stay here long. Like the apartments I'm at right now, I've been there since 2022. I've been there since 2022. Before that, I was in a boarding house. So I had to live with other people. And that's when Birdman started living with me. The last 3 months I was there, yo, he was a real big help. A big help. And it's too late to say, I'm sorry. It's too late now to apologize to him about any wrongs I made it done. It's too late now. Unless he can hear me with his spirit. And I doubt that. Because when you die, you die. You know, there is no afterlife. As the way as I believe, I don't know. Shout out to the chat. You see that? So, you guys, I'm at the bus stop right now. I want to thank you guys for coming in. You see this bus? This is the 102. This bus will either take me to the big bus stop over here, over there by Family Dollar, or if I was to cross the street and go on that side, I would go back downtown to downtown Charleston. So this is where I'm at right now. Route 102, North Neck. Yeah, this bus runs Monday through Friday, regular schedule, and then on the weekend, they act like a bunch of jackasses. You got to wait almost 2 hours to catch a bus. This is not New York. So we got 4 people in the building. We got 3 likes. I must have said something that people like and people enjoy. And I hope everyone can feel what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Word. And I don't mean no harm, you guys. They just put this up here not too long ago. This stuff was not here a year ago, a couple of months ago. None of this stuff was here. It was just like a little stick like that. And it was what it was. See, these are all the different buses. Yeah. I think I rode on every last one. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's what it do. And they don't do that in New York. I don't think they go the bus right there. No, I don't need the bus. He thought I was trying to go to the superstar. Yeah, they come at a certain time, but at least he was looking. Because some of these bus drivers, they don't be looking. They just keep going. Yeah, Just Jay. Down here, the bus runs on Sunday. The bus runs every 2 hours. On Saturday, it's every hour. On Monday through Friday, they try to come every 30 minutes, every 40 minutes. You might as well say you waiting a fucking hour for a fucking bus. That's why I said this is not New York. And they got the bus system set up down here like they don't give a fuck about the people. It used to be like a whole lot of black people riding the bus and the Spanish speaking people riding the bus. But when the white people start riding the bus, this is what happens. They build shit like this. They come every 30, 35 minutes. Up in New York, the most you would have to wait for a bus like me, like let's say I was on South Broadway, right? And I missed the bus to go to White Plains. Only thing I would have to do is just stand right there, smoke 2 cigarettes, and the bus would be right there. 15 minutes. 15 minutes. Yeah. So I used to ride the bus from Yonkers, New York, to get to Mount Vernon, New Rochelle, White Plains, Port Chester. Yeah, there's a bus that goes to Peekskill. There's a train system. Well, not a train, but there's an actual bus that goes to Connecticut. Yeah, you go all the way to White Plains, where the big bus terminal is, and there will be a bus just for that, just for people to go to Connecticut. Yep. Word. New York has a better public transportation system. So I want to thank everyone for coming in. Yo, shout out to Just Jay. Shout out to Just Jay. Shout out to Peace Stone. Shout out to the people in the bushes, because I know everyone can't tippity type in the chat. I didn't realize there was cameras here. What the fuck is it? Oh, shit. Yeah, so I'm going to close out this video, but I'm not going to close out my thoughts and my love for y'all. I want to thank y'all for coming over and visiting with me. You know what I mean? I got some stuff I got to do today that got to be done today. You know, it is what it is. Shout out to the chat. I'm getting ready to cross this street in a little bit. Oh, here come a truck. Enjoy my day. I will, Just Jay. Thank you. You enjoy your day too. You, Peace Stone, Black Peace Stone, and everyone that supports this channel, have a great day. Enjoy your day. Let's say it in Spanish. Disfruta tu la dia. Disfruta tu dia. Disfruta tu dia. Enjoy your day. Disfruta tu dia. Now, if I was to say enjoy your life, I would say it the same way. I would say disfruta tu la vida, or disfruta la vida. You know what I mean? It's different ways of saying it. Shout out to the chat. But yeah, this video was about the power of apology, the power of saying I'm sorry and meaning it, the power of repenting. This is what this video is about. So I'm out of here, you guys. Y'all have an awesome one. Thank you for coming over. Ooh, shit. Uncle L. Good morning, Uncle L. Thank you for coming in. Have a wonderful day. Peace.